Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to a short update of Airy Sky Ridley's video blog. I'm Airy Sky, also known as Crappy McCoffee, also known as San Juan Island Prepper. If you haven't figured this out yet, we have a contest coming up next week. So you might want to hit all the videos. You might want to hit the like and subscribe button. I will be giving a gift card away to someone. You can also find my About Me page. And in there's email address. Email me and say your name. Say like, "Hi, my name is Dave," and I will put your name into the little spinny wheel, and then next week some lucky winner will win $25 gift card. So if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up. If you're coming backer, well, welcome. So I just got off the phone with most of the mental places in the state. I have a speed dial for it. So it goes like this, short update. I know a lot of you, I toyed with the idea, so here's how it went. So I contacted them. Chloe's back in the room going with music. She doesn't care. I said, look, we living the woman who literally is losing her noodles. She's only worried about her property and her stuff, right? First place said, well, she can come in tomorrow morning. She can make an assessment, but is she suicidal? Well, she doesn't get help. I think she will be because she'll be on the streets. And if she's on the streets, she might find this easy place to. Lady said, oh, okay, so what's the problem? So I told her the entire story. Was short and quickly. And she says, yes, we've been informed of the person up in Friday Harbor. Nothing we can do about it because, it's all a joke to them. They think if they do this, they can get to save their housing. And we may or may not have a bed. So I called up Whatcom County, Skagit County, King County, all the areas I have lists for housing, right? Talked to them. Most of the intake people are nice. The last one I talked to pulled up Chloe and said, oh, what did they do this time? Right? But the second to last. I said, oh, they got evicted. Timber got to them? Yep. Well, there's nothing we can do about it because if they go in, they would be waiting 46 hours for an intake in our office in Kirkland. And then we wouldn't have anything. They're very better off looking for an intake in Everett or Monroe. Well, just trying to get to Monroe is like trying to get a train. Train goes from Everett to Monroe to and then Wenatchee. Wenatchee's full, of course. Yeah. Sacred Heart would take her, but she would need to get all the way east from Washington. So she'd be a hobo in Spokane. Not going to happen. And that close to apparently the Secret Service office in Spokane that was investigating Chloe. Not going to happen. So then I called up the last one and I spoke to the lady, the intake lady, social worker. I said, hi, I'm calling because I need help with my ex-roommate. The lady said, oh, okay, what's wrong with her? Well, she got evicted. And the lady said, oh, really? I said, yeah, we live in San Juan County. She's going to have to travel down to you guys. Can she do a walk-in? I said, she has X amount of money and she's got to go to a hospital. She says, why? For medication purposes to see about staying with me. But she can't stay if she ain't medicated fully. Lady said, has she been here before? Yes. So the lady pulls it up. She says, oh, I assume this is Reverend Rita. Yep. She says, what did Chloe do this time? This is XXX, I know them. Oh, how have you been? Oh, not bad. What did Chloe do this time? She got evicted. For real? I said, yeah, she's been kicked out the 30th of April at 5:30. Well, what did Chloe do to deserve it? She told the manager to F off. The manager claims there's 4 years of complaints against her, but we don't have any complaint lists. The lady said, damn, this ain't good. And I said, people already have been trying to get it on the local news TV shows. She says, oh, yeah, that'd be really good. Did you get the requests yet? No, I didn't ask the manager for the request. That Tildor said this, by the way. So basically, either Chloe leaves Thursday or Friday. But, the lady said the weekends are where a lot of people get drunk and pass out and end up there. And she said the earlier the better, So, so Tildor says, I hope I didn't miss much from you shitbirds. Had to make a beer and chew run. School's in session. Yeah, right. So basically, this is what he said, by the way. So the lady said if she can get, so what happened is if Chloe goes to the one, they said, the lady said the problem more likely is Chloe's going to end up homeless due to the fact that they can't take someone who's not suicidal. That's one of the requirements. And if Chloe is suicidal, then it wouldn't matter anyways, because they already know that Chloe's going to do this just to get a hotel room. She said pretty much what's happening is Chloe's basically faking this. And she said, she asked me a couple other questions. I said, look, Chloe basically, she emailed me too, by the way. The lady has my email. And I gave her the info, I said, look, this is, and she says, we really didn't want to deal with Chloe anymore because, Chloe was a hassle. We had to put her into a special program. And then she left that program 3 weeks later and went back home because she wanted to be creature comforts. And by now, she would have had 4 years, 5 years later, she would have had her own apartment and everything else. So, the lady said, well, we can try, but more likely it's not going to work due to the fact that Chloe's, only using this as a last resort. And she said that they could have basically worked with the management company months ago if Chloe went to them sooner. But since Chloe's doing it at the last minute, Chloe's cooked her own goose. That was what the lady literally said. Cooked her own goose. Think about it. Chloe has 45-day window, and all of a sudden she's used 43 days to get down there. And all of a sudden, oh, I'm really homeless. Cooked her own goose. So now Chloe's like, well, if I only wait 3 days, I can be homeless for 3 days. I don't know. You see? So the update is, I don't know what's going to happen, peeps. But I'm hungry and I got reviews to watch. So I'm not going to tie up the line the rest of the night. But there's nothing that can be done. I mean, literally, the one hospital said we're not taking intake, and we have 3 locations. The second one, said, we're in between Everett and Bellingham. There may or may not be a bed. We've talked to your roommate. She's not speaking coherently. She's worried. She's trying to, But with me, I'm like, hey, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. Can you fix it? No. She said the last time she was here, she refused meds. She was going specifically for meds, and she refused. So we refused service and kicked her out. So she refused med at 4th hospital. First, second, and third hospital. First visit and third visit was one hospital. Second visit was one. Fourth visit was something else, and the fourth visit was no meds. And they also said, the one lady said, I'm looking at her file. She's been refusing everything. IOP, threw it out. She had the IOP program. She wouldn't be homeless. The IOP could have fixed it. Talked to management saying you're dealing with someone mentally ill. She said the only thing Chloe's capable of doing is they could put her in for 14 days. Now, if they think Chloe is suicidal or homicidal, which, by the way, then they can extend it to 90 days, send her to a state hospital, or 6 months. The lady said then if they do that, then when they discharge her, the state could point her to a group home or assisted living that will guide her to get her the mentally situation. Even if Chloe doesn't like it, that would be the LRA, the less restrictive alternative. So anyway, look at it. The lady and I talked about it, and she's just said, that if Chloe's going to do that, then that's what Chloe's got to do. But, the lady literally specifically stated, Kane, you're here for a minute. Good. I'll tell you what happened. Okay. But before I do, I got to go tinkle. So if you've been following my channel, Kane, talk to the hospitals in the state. I have them on speed dial. Most of them are full. Most of them, but the last one I talked to, the lady said, oh, is this Reverend Rita? My illegal ordination title is Reverend Rita. Reverend Rita. She basically said, what did Chloe do this time? She sounds like Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's like, what did Chloe do this time? And I said, oh, Chloe got herself evicted. And she says, oh, Chloe was forced to sign herself off the lease. Apparently there's 4 years of complaints. She says, is the complaints valid? I don't know. The manager never gave me the complaints, but I bet if you get to the hospital, hold on a second. You guys are going to love this. This is something she told me. up? Seems someone messaged me. Who messaged me? Was it my neighbor? Yep, my neighbor messaged me. Yes. Cool. Oh, another message came in. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, email came in. Let me see. Wow, that lady's very efficient. You know, that's the social worker that I've dealt with over the years with Chloe's mental illness. So let me tell you the story, Kane. So I talked to her. She said she'd email me. She said she has a plan that could work, but it's only up to Chloe's opinion. So what she said was, and when I talked to her, she says, "So how did Chloe get evicted?" She told the manager to fuck off. And she got a non-trespass order here, and here, apparently, and this and that and this. She's like, "Oh my God, Chloe's went down." We told her her temper would get to her. I said, "So what can you do for Chloe, right? Will Chloe ever get home?" Well, it depends on you guys, and the social worker can persuade the management. Well, we can do our best, but Chloe's going to need more than 2 weeks. I said, "Well, what do you recommend?" You know, she says, "I'll email you a plan, but it's all up to Chloe." So what they're going to do is they're going to take Chloe for 2 weeks. Well, in the 2 weeks, they're going to get the management's records to see why Chloe was evicted and if it's justified why she was evicted with mental illness and stuff. Then they're going to basically use that as a leveraging for other treatments. You know, you guys are like, "Oh, what other treatments?" ITA, involuntary. She said the ITA basically helps people that are completely and thoroughly. As Chloe's been spending my money on booze. Yes, we know about the booze. Pretty much. Let me explain why they would take her for 2 weeks. She has to get down there for a personal intake, but since they've already had Chloe for 2 weeks, they think either Chloe, it's a joke, or Chloe's serious. And now that Chloe's hit rock bottom, they think Chloe's going to finally learn. Okay, so they turned around and they were going to involuntary, right? So the plan is they want to get the evidence, okay? They want to get the evidence. Also, she asked me for the video and I sent it. So she's watching it right now with headphones on, apparently, in her office. She's very upset, you know, because I told her the video. And she's like, "Oh my God, you got video of her screaming and yelling at between 1 and 3 in the morning?" Yeah. We also got reports that she's tossing stuff. So they're going to go to the San Juan County, get the police records of everything Chloe's done, whether it be calling up on CPS or APS or calling federal agents or whatever. Any reports that Chloe has made out of anger, out of threats, they will basically stack it in their favor for a court record. They said they can hold it for 2 weeks while they try to put her into a special program for the crisis respite program. Unfortunately, because Chloe's completely and thoroughly homeless, and the fact she also asked if Chloe had Medicare and Medicare, Medicaid, they said, good. That means they know she's on disability. They said, I bet that was a pain. I said Chloe wasn't going to give her records to the mental places because she was afraid for the Secret Service thing. So she says, yeah, that video has been watched too many times. The one that Chloe, you know, made threats and something said F America, F. Well, anyways, I said, well, you know, but, you know, the thing is I talked to her and she's like, look, we can basically involuntary her. We get enough evidence, we can involve her. She said, why is the DCR not doing it? Because she's racist. No way. She's racist? I said, yeah. She basically said, called the DCR a beaner and a spick. She says, not only do we got a white trans woman who's been evicted from her home, she says, should we contact her mom? Said, highly unlikely. Why? Her mom disowned her for the verbal abuse. We told her she shouldn't be doing this stuff. We told her how to get better. What did she do with her meds? Flush them down the shitter when she got home. She just wanted out of the damn city so fast. And then she came back here. She was happy because she had Winco, Safeway, and Walmart all in a proximity. So the lady said the video alone can basically do something. And with her making verbal threats on the video to former tenants, that can basically put a nail in the coffin. But she said that would help Khloe out too. Now Khloe's threatening, on a rope because of her homelessness. And, Miss JW said, that she's concerned. She said the sooner Khloe gets in there, the sooner they can do it. I said Khloe's plan was to be there till payday. And I said she had connections with these places, but she never called them. She was more importantly involved in watching YouTube videos instead of focusing on the big picture. And she said, what's the big picture? Trying to get housing. And said she's dumped it all on me to do. She says, oh my God, Rita, when are you going to learn to get rid of her? She's already gone pretty much. The only thing is, what do we do with her? Well, leave it to me. You get her to here. She will basically be held for 2 weeks, more likely involved, due to the fact she has no home, she's mentally unstable, and she's literally threatening suicide, as well as basically turning around. And basically, the video alone will be damning. I said it's on YouTube already in a couple of videos. And she says, I'm not going to even bother it. How big is it? It's like 250 kilobits. Send it to me because we know Khloe's walk and thing. Okay. Oh, here she is. Okay, she says, that was well worth the 90 seconds to watch. Fortunately, this is why people like Khloe should have been basically put into a group home, assisted living, because this could be detained. But since everyone dumped everything on you, Rita, you got the brunt of it. And now that you're being free, this means that Khloe has very little options. With Khloe's mental stability, we can't put her with anyone in public housing or transitional housing because she is basically will flip on all of them. This would be a job for at least 3 to 6 months minimum, as her mom would say, in a hospital setting. Now, if she ends up getting picked up for vagrancy, she'd end up at one of our hospitals anyways, which means we would like to basically be the one that takes care of her, since apparently in her records, the other places don't want to deal with her due to the fact they think it's a joke. But since we've had her twice, we can deal with it. So please send her at your earliest convenience and we'll take care of this. Now, if she ends up in Harborview Hospital, it might not go well for her. Yeah, okay, there you go. What do you guys think, Kane? So she saw the video. She's disturbed by the video. She's also disturbed that the management evicted her. She's disturbed. She's disturbed. Khloe got evicted. She's disturbed that, it'll take her 5 days to get records, but in those 5 days, they could literally basically write a report for ITA due to the fact that she has nowhere to go. If she leaves Sunday night and ends up in Anacortes, more likely they won't help. She's going to have to get there between Thursday and Friday. And if it's Friday, they're more likely has people being discharged for the weekend, but Khloe doesn't want to be discharged because Khloe wants to go Sunday night. She won't get there till Monday. And by then, when getting off the ferry at like 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night, she's going to be walking, and then basically being picked up for vagrancy. So unless, the lady said that could basically end up in the county jail Sunday night. So she needs to think about her thing, because once in the county jail, they might give her 30 days free hots and a cot and then discharge her. So she might be in the jail for 30 days, So that's something that, but for you guys out there saying, what's happening? I mean, look, I know how to word this properly. So I basically told the lady, look, here's the deal. Khloe could get medicated. She said there was a deal on place to get her medicated years ago, but instead she threw that away and told Compass to blow off and on. Now that she's got with Compass, they're recommending a psychiatrist, but they can't guarantee her safety because there's no housing anywhere. So she said, because Chloe's got income. The thing is Chloe's going to have to look at it from a point of view that, they also asked me if I would basically testify at Zoom if they did go to a King County criminal or mental court, because, they know what's going on, with it better than me, because the medical records are all linked together. I also told them how she's abusing Ebo. His box is still dirty. I wanted to get in there and get a ham, is what I told her, but she doesn't care. So I'm going to have to clean it tomorrow. So I might do another. And that's the other thing. Get this. So she also asked me how Chloe's cleaning. I said, we got Easter dinner dishes still stacked up. Chloe's in her room going, she says, is it the whole YouTube thing? You're on YouTube. You can't, you get off it and I'll do chores. And then she stays in her room. She said that's going to basically show that she's basically not caring about anyone but herself. She says that's a form of narcissism. And we can basically nail that too. So you got narcissism. You got severe anger. She says we think she's fully unmedicated bipolar that just hit rock bottom. Hit the bottom of the well. I don't know what to tell you, peeps, but I think it's pretty damn funny, And Chloe's like, oh, we're going to have contact. What'd you say? Chloe will get there, but I don't think Chloe likes the lady's plan, though. The thing is the court order is sealed. The problem is the lady's very concerned. She also said that if a DCR is not going to do it in this county, it's because they know it's a joke. But down there, they have enough sway in King County that they can make it stick due to the fact that look what happened, So Chloe's hot dogs are semi-defrosted. My burgers are, how many burgers are in here? 2 or 1? 1 patty, so I get 2 large patties, so I get 4 burgers tonight. Anyways, so the point I'm making for you all is I hope Chloe can be trusted to get there. Chloe's going to be trusted to get there. The question is, how is Chloe going to handle it? If she goes Thursday and goes to Anacortes, the lady said more likely Anacortes ain't going to do crap. She gets to Everett, which I think it's Providence Hospital. They might try to get her into the Everett Compass, whatever. There's a place for a few days sleep. Compass didn't even offer that in Snohomish County. That's the thing. I remember there's this, this residential facility for like a week. My husband went there to get better. I can't remember. So, it's like a residential thing. They didn't even offer that, Providence. That's what it is called. Providence. Yeah. It's a Providence Hospital. Yeah. Okay. And then I was trying to find, so there's a thing in Everett, right? Residential treatment still 18 and overdiagnosed with severe and persistent. Yeah, that's it right there. Let me see here. Service in Snohomish County only. So request an outpatient assessment. Oh yeah. So you have to jump through all these hoops just to get in there. Is there something else? Everett location. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Compass Everett. Adult inpatient. It was like inpatient services. No, that's the ENT services. We're talking crisis service. The lady said because the video is damning, they could do that. But she says if anyone, so basically, that's the only plan they can do. Otherwise, she's there for a pump and dump and gets kicked out 2 days because Chloe's literally losing it worse and worse every day. Her best course of action would be to have dinner and get up in the morning and get going down there. And if she doesn't get down there, they can't guarantee a bed for the weekend. And if she goes Monday, they might not be able to, they might not be able to do it. So the easier, the better. But since they're the only ones understanding Chloe, because they've dealt with Chloe twice, they think that Chloe's hit rock bottom. Fortunately, with Chloe's mom not intervening and dad not intervening and no one else intervening, it basically looks pretty damn bad. And the only one begging them is me, and the DCR won't do it. They said the Compass records literally states that Chloe's using it as a hotel. Chloe's not using it as a hotel. I mean, think about it. They haven't offered Chloe, Yeah, well, she's like, oh, no, it's Sunday. That's what she said. But, the lady was nice. The lady said the sooner she gets there, the better. I don't know how you get there from, let me look. All right, so I want to do this. Okay, so hold on. All right, here we go. Directions. All right, so apparently it's 3 hours and 21 minutes, 114 miles. So we know how to get there. So how about the ferry terminal, right? Maybe they have something here. 1 hour, 40 minutes. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. So she takes the 410 to the 40X to the 90X to the 201 to the 413 to the 131 to the 128. So, she takes that bus. She'll get there. Apparently there's a bus right outside of it, apparently. Yeah, I want to see this. No, it's okay from the outside. Chloe says it's the inside that's pretty bad. Yeah, okay. So she could either go to the hospital in Seattle, which the lady said they can't guarantee it because of her records, or she can go walk in, which is Medicare. They could just basically, but thing is she's got to explain to them what happened exactly, how, and they might or might not take her. And if they don't take her, she says, then her hope's lost. She's going to be wandering the streets of Seattle for 3 days, which they could pick her up, put her in a jail for 30 days. So she's going to have to think vagrancy or mental hospital, and they think mental hospital would be better. So anyways, I need to get going. If you guys want me to give you another update, I can. But I need to talk to Chloe first to see what she thinks, So, anyways. Yeah, we'll take her for 2 weeks, Kane, due to the fact that they think she's mentally unstable. And the lady did see the video. So if you want me to come back, Kane, stay by. I just need to leave for maybe 5 or 10 minutes break, talk to Chloe, and let her know her hot dogs are almost defrosted. And, I do want to get some gaming in tonight or some movie time in. I just can't spend all day on YouTube today just trying to talk about this. I should have broke it down in smaller videos today, but, the lady literally was very helpful to me, and it's all up to Chloe, what's going to happen, because Chloe says absolutely not. I mean, look, these people up here, they want to milk for the cash cow. And if they could get everything lined up properly, thing is, they might not get her in crisis respite because of what she did the last time. But they could basically look at it at the fact that, her whole family's, she's hit rock bottom. She's going to have to make the decision. Does she want to have a roof over her head, free meals, or does she want to end up 30 days in jail for vagrancy? Like I said, it's up to her. But I will give you guys an update soon when I talk to Chloe about this whole thing. So in the meantime, I will keep you informed. So, and yes, Kane, I will give you an update if she leaves tomorrow or Friday, or, I already complained that I'd like a break, but she just thinks, 4 more days with me is fine. No, you got me for 4 more days. Don't push me. Well, then she might not have a home either. I told the lady she's out, once that sheriff then, we have to make it count in the lady. So I'll keep you guys informed. So Thanks for watching, everyone. Please add, subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, like, subscribe button. So some fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Just keep the comments nice. All we ask. Thank you, and God bless you in everything you do.